Is up, not so pro football talk. This is Vince the Prince here, along with Reed, and we are here for week 3 of betting against the spread with NSP. So, like we always say, I'll say it this time before we start betting. We're partnered here with BetUS. That's the website we're going to be using. They are, I guess you could say, our sponsor. But if you want to go ahead and bet with us here at NSP, go ahead and use the link in the description below and make your first deposit and to bet with NSP. So you must be 18 years or older to play. And as we always say here on this segment of NSP, bet responsibly. But other than that, Reed, I guess we should get right into it. I know everybody's been waiting just to see how horrible we do. We haven't, uh, I guess, gotten our record yet of how good we've been against the spread. But next week, I think I really want to check in since we're going to be like almost a quarter of the way done with the season. We'll see how good or we'll see how bad we are against the spread, and then we'll
Uh,
adjust from there.
I think I've been perfect so far.
Oh yeah,
That's not true.
I'm pretty
That's not
sure.
true.
I mean,
That's not true.
who knows? Who knows? But let me go ahead and bring this up back on the screen right here, and we can go ahead and get going. Alrighty. So, what we got here, the first game, of course, this Thursday is the New York Giants versus the San Francisco 49ers. And we don't have AJ here to take it away. So, we're just going to go ahead and say that the New York Giants are going to make this spread, San Francisco doesn't got it.
For
I
sure.
think,
Easy.
yeah. No,
Kidding.
in all honesty, I think we're both choosing the San Francisco 49ers here. I believe they've had some of the biggest spreads in all 3 weeks. So I'm pretty sure they've been hitting them every single time. If not, they're pretty close. So we're gonna go ahead and go with San Francisco, even though AJ's not here. But we know he's gonna uh, agree with us here. So we'll go into the next game here. This one does not have a spread, point spread that you can bet on. So it only has the money line. So it's just a straight up pick. So this one will help us in our record. Who do you think has got this one, Reed? LA or Minnesota?
I don't think this is when the Vikings figured out. I think it's when the Chargers figured out. Give me the Chargers.
I would have to agree here. I think the Vikings come back, or the Vikings, they're 0-2, right?
They're all 0-2.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, I think this is where LA gets back on the ball here. They've had so many close games, so have the Vikings, but I feel like the Chargers are a well-rounded team, and they've faced some teams that are much tougher than what the Vikings have. So give me the Chargers here. Uh, and as for you guys wondering, how is AJ gonna pick these teams? Well, he's gonna put his comment down in the video before he even watches it. So we held him to that. If not, he will be disqualified.
Disqualified.
Yeah, and he'll get last place automatically. So AJ, put your stuff down in the comments. All the fans want to know who you're picking here on all of these bets. But moving on, uh, this is week 3 here. We got Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns. This is the running teams of the NFL with Derrick Henry, and it should have been Chubb, but he had such a gruesome injury, and now it should be Jerome Ford as well as Kareem Hunt accompanying him as the RB2. So who do you got here, Reed? The spread is 3.5 here in favor of the Cleveland Browns, even after Nick Chubb's injury.
I'm going to go with the Titans because I think they're going to cover. I still think the Browns cover up on top, but I'm going to pick the Browns here as far as betting.
Not bad, not bad. I do agree that the Titans are looking a little bit better, but I still feel like the Cleveland Browns are going to go ahead and go with the spread here. We don't have a coin here, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with my pick if you're fine with that.
That's cool. Go
But
ahead.
for all the fans out here, Reed's choosing Tennessee Titans to at least cover this spread. Not so much winning, but it's going to be a close one in Reed's opinion. So we got next the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Spread is 9 even in favor of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think that they can do it. I'm going to pick the Texans here to cover this spread because I think it's too large, even for Jacksonville.
I completely agree. I have not seen enough from Jacksonville to think that they will get. It's a division game. Like it's going to be close, in my opinion. So give me the Texans.
There we go. There we go. So we're in agreement here. We'll see what AJ thinks once he puts his comment down. But next game, Going right into it, it's the battle of the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. Uh, I mean, they're pretty close. I don't know if they're in the same state, but I know they are close up there in the Northeast Americas. But I think I'm going to go with the Patriots here. I think they can cover that tiny spread of 2.5 here. What do you think, Reed?
I'm going to take the Jets here. I like their defense beating up Mac Jones in that offense. Give me the Jets.
Nice, nice, nice. I'll be a good sport here, and I'll put the Jets here.
All right.
We'll switch off whenever we don't agree. But going on to the next game, New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers. Reed, go ahead and take it away.
All right, Green Bay Packers. This is their biggest test as far as a team. The New Orleans Saints. I think this is going to be a real test to see who the Packers are. At least our first test, in my opinion, of the season. I'm going to take the Packers here. -2. Give me it all day. I just believe that our offense is going to roll. Hopefully, Aaron Jones will be back. It looks like Christian Watson is definitely trending to be back by Sunday.
For fantasy purposes, a lot of people are probably going to be hoping for that too,
Yes.
especially with a lot of injuries going on. But I think I agree with you here. I like the way the Packers are rolling. They've been scoring quite a bit of points
Yes,
in each
second
of their
most points
games.
in the league.
Yeah, so I like the offense there. I'm not 100% sold on the defense there, but I'm not 100% sold on the Saints offense either. So I think that the Green Bay Packers cover this spread. It is a small one, so it should be coverable by the way that the Packers are playing. But moving on, next game, Denver Broncos versus the Miami Dolphins. I think this one should be a decent game the way Russell Wilson is playing. Of course, he's not a closer type quarterback anymore, so I don't think the Broncos will win. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the spread here. I think Miami's offense is very, very stellar right now. So go ahead and give me the spread on that 6.5.
Oh, this one's hard. I want to go Miami, but I just feel like it's just going to be one of those weird games, and Broncos are going to stay in it, or maybe even steal it. Give me the Broncos. It's going to be one of those weird ones.
You never know, right? There's one game every single week. This could be the one. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Dolphins here. But on the next game, this one should be a good game, in my opinion. I'm not too sure why the spread is so wide here. They're giving the Buffalo Bills a lot of respect, even though they haven't played up to that. The spread here is 6.5 for Buffalo against the Commanders. I think I'm going to go Commanders here. I think this game is going to be way closer, and possibly the Commanders could steal a win here, in my opinion. What do you think?
I would definitely agree with you. The Commanders have shown a lot of bright side, while the Bills have kind of let us down in these couple games. So give me the Commanders. They at least cover.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I think this is going to be a game that I want to watch, especially on Red Zone. I think it's going to be one of the main games there. So give me the Commanders there. But going on to the next one, this one should be an interesting game. Atlanta Falcons versus the Detroit Lions. It's going to be Gibbs versus Bijan Robinson. So this one should be interesting in my opinion, but they're giving the edge to the Detroit Lions after they had that tough loss last week against Seattle in overtime. So I think I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions here. I liked what I saw from the Atlanta Falcons this past week, but I think it was just a late surge against some missed tackles there from the Packers. So I still think Detroit is going to cover this spread at 3. What do you think?
Give me Detroit. I think they keep rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So moving on to the next game, Indianapolis Colts, Baltimore Ravens. The spread here is quite big. I'm not too sure this is even possible for the Baltimore Ravens at this point in time, but the spread is 8 in favor of the Ravens. I think I'm going to go the Indianapolis Colts here. I think they cover the spread even with Gardner Minshew at the helm.
See, that's my thing with Anthony Richardson being concussion protocol, not 100% gonna clear it in time. I'm gonna take the Ravens. I think they cover.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so we'll disagree on that one. I would love to see what AJ thinks on that one there,
Yeah.
especially with the star rookie QB out. I do agree with you there. So moving on to the next game, these are the first batch of the mid-afternoon games, I guess you can call them. 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock start wherever you're living at. So Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm just gonna pick my Seahawks here. I think we can beat the Carolina Panthers by at least a touchdown. This one might be close, though. You never know, especially with the type of running game that the Carolina Panthers have. But we'll see if we can pressure the number one overall pick. I don't know. I don't know if he can hack it there in Seattle.
Definitely, there's going to be some trouble with him. I saw him line up like behind the tackle this last game. So obviously he's not as smart as everybody thought he was. But I think the Panthers do cover here. Seattle Seahawks have not shown me that they can win a game by that much this year so far.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna pick this one because
That's
it's
fine.
my
That's fine.
turn. But yeah, we'll see what Bryce Young can do. I hope he doesn't have a complete horrible game because I really want to see a bright future for this guy. But I also want us to win. So I think we can still win this game at least. But next after or mid-afternoon game, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Arizona Cardinals. This is probably the biggest spread we've seen
No.
all year, is it not?
And there's one underneath it that's bigger.
Oh my goodness, that one is huge.
Yeah.
So thus far, though,
Yes. That's far.
12.5 spread in the favor of the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I don't know if I can trust it. I feel like it's too big of a gap the way that the Arizona Cardinals have been playing, but they haven't had any competition that rivals the Dallas Cowboys team and their defense right now.
It's too big of a spread for me. I'm taking the Cardinals here. The Cowboys will win this game, but they will not just stomp the ground, which they have been doing. I'll take the Cardinals here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't giving the Cardinals too much credit here. We really don't like them as a team, but they have been playing better than we have expected this year with Joshua Dubs, or Dubs, or whatever his name is. Still can't get that one right. Dobbs. But the last of the mid-afternoon games, we got the Chicago Bears and Kansas City Chiefs. And as Reed alluded to, this is the biggest spread that we're possibly going to see this season. It's 13 in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, the way right now the organization is going for the Bears, I want you to elaborate on this because I feel like you've known a little bit more than I have. I've just been reading some tweets.
So we're recording this on Wednesday and we'll release this Thursday, but Justin Fields was at the press box saying that, hey, why have you not been doing so well? He said, coaching, maybe. And that's all he said. And then later on, he brings the press into the locker room. He's like, that's not what I meant. It's 100% on me. I need to be playing better. It's on me. BS. You let out your inner thoughts in that moment, Justin Fields, and you let out all the demons. Now everybody else is looking at your locker room. All the coaches are looking at you like this little piece of whatever. And I think this whole thing is about to burn down. Give me the Chiefs, negative 13, 100%. That is my lock game of the week.
Jeez. I do agree that this is the lock game of the week. I just don't know if the spread is going to be this
I'm
big.
locking the spread.
You're locking the spread. Reed's locking the spread, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think that the Bears will be a little bit closer than 13 points. But the way that the organization is going, I could definitely see the Kansas City Chiefs winning by at least 2 touchdowns here. They did fire or let go of their defensive coordinator, or he resigned. I'm not too sure.
He resigned.
It seems like everything is out of whack there right now. Anything bad will happen in Chicago at this point in time. So if you want to bet against the spread just like Reed, go ahead and bet with us. I think this was an interesting game. So now we have Sunday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not too excited about this game the way the Steelers have been playing. They are looking horrible, and so are the Raiders. That's why this spread is only at 2.5 here. I mean, it really is a toss-up on who's just going to play worse. But in my opinion, I like the way the Pittsburgh Steelers will work on primetime games just because of the coach that they have, as well as some of the talent that they still have. I still think that they can make a difference here. I'm going to go with the Steelers to cover this spread, even though they are predicted to lose.
Give me the Steelers plus 2.5.
There we go, baby. There we go. And even if they lose, I still think this game's going to be really close. It'll be within 1 or 2 points, in my opinion. Now we got a doubleheader again on Monday. Reed and I, and AJ as well, we really don't like the way this is set up just because it is so close. of 2 games, and it's hard to keep track, honestly. But there's been a curse every Monday night. There's been a gruesome injury for the past 3 weeks. I think
Jalen
even
Hurts. He's gonna go
yeah.
down.
Yeah, I mean, you
Calling
never
it.
know. It could be any star player from the Philadelphia Eagles, Tampa Bay Bucks, the Rams, or the Cincinnati Bengals here. It's not looking too good as the way the season has started for Monday Night Football, so we'll see. But getting back to the spreads here, the Eagles versus the Buccaneers, they have the spread in their favor at 5. I think this is pretty attainable, but give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't like the way the Eagles have been playing lately, and there's looking like there's some drama in that locker room as from the last game that we saw for the Eagles. So give me Bucks. What do you think?
Give me the Eagles -5. I think this is where things stop rolling for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll go ahead and give you that one there. But last but not least, we don't really want to see boxing right now. But the LA Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, the Rams just traded Cam Akers to the Vikings, so Kyron Williams is going to be the undisputed running back one, unless there's someone behind him who can possibly cut into his production. But the Cincinnati Bengals don't look too hot. I mean, they scored quite a few points in the second week, but they are an 0-2 team, and the Rams are 1-1. The favorite here is 2.5 in favor of the Bengals. I'm not too sure if I still believe in the Bengals, but they do seem to always get it together in the third week as of the past 4 years. So, I mean, I think I'm just going to go against the statistics here. I think the Rams take this game, and I think they cover the spread of 2.5. What do you think?
Give me the Bengals -2.5. I think they definitely figured it out here. That's what I'm gonna bet it on. If they don't, then so the whole team call it quits. This is bad.
Yeah, man, I definitely think that this one is something that can happen. The Bengals are a great team. They have great talent. I just think they need to start looking in different directions than what they did last year. The NFL was kind of caught on to them. But I mean, that's going to be our video today. Again, we are partnered with BetUS, which is the site that we are using over here. So use our link in the description to make your first deposit and bet with NSP. You must be 18 years or older, and please, please, please bet responsibly. Other than that, Reed, you got anything else on this week of football?
Can't wait for it to happen. Can't wait till Sunday.
Heck yeah, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment. Join our Discord. All that good stuff. We are here every week, all week, to answer questions that you want to leave in the comment section. So go ahead and leave something for us. Other than that, keep on grinding.